South Africa is once again shaken to its core, this time, not by rumors or political gossip, but by a stunning police discovery that has left citizens demanding immediate answers from the highest office in the land. In a late-night operation that stunned Johannesburg's affluent Sandhurst neighborhood, a special police task team raided the home of President Cyril Ramaphosa's brother after months of quiet surveillance. What unfolded inside that mansion could mark the beginning of a scandal far greater than anyone expected. According to insiders close to the investigation, the raid was the result of an ongoing multi-agency probe involving corruption, money laundering, and classified state information. For weeks, detectives had been tracing suspicious money trails linked to offshore accounts and government contracts that mysteriously vanished without record. The trail reportedly led directly to a property owned by Ramaphosa's brother, a luxurious estate surrounded by high walls, CCTV cameras, and private security. At approximately 11:47 p.m., police in unmarked vehicles surrounded the premises. Armed officers from the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, the Hawks, and members of the State Security Agency moved in. Neighbors described the scene as like a movie, with flashing blue lights, armored vans, and drones hovering silently above the property. Within minutes, officers had breached the gate and entered the residence. What they found inside, one official later said, left even the most experienced investigators speechless. Inside a hidden compartment beneath the main living room floor, officers reportedly discovered suitcases stuffed with US dollars, euros, and rands, totaling an estimated $78 million. Nearby, they found external hard drives and encrypted USBs believed to contain confidential communications between senior government officials, foreign diplomats, and private business tycoons. Among the documents recovered were classified state contracts, confidential letters bearing the presidential seal, and what appears to be evidence of secret payments linked to a series of controversial tenders. Sources claim some files reference the Fela investigation and even mention names of cabinet members, foreign investors, and security officials. Investigators are now working around the clock to determine whether these materials were stolen, copied, or part of a larger network of political manipulation. When word broke early the next morning, social media exploded. Hashtags like #Ramaphosa Family Raid, #Presidential Secrets, and #House of Millions began trending within hours. South Africans expressed anger, confusion, and deep frustration, many saying this is proof that corruption in the highest offices of government is far worse than anyone imagined. Opposition leaders wasted no time responding. EFF leader Julius Malema released a fiery statement demanding Ramaphosa step aside pending investigation. How many times must South Africans watch this movie of lies, money, and betrayal? The president must stop pretending he knows nothing. His family is knee-deep in corruption, and this time, the evidence is at their doorstep. The Democratic Alliance, DA, echoed similar sentiments, urging the Hawks to release full details of the operation and warning that any attempt to suppress the findings would be a direct assault on democracy. But perhaps most shocking is the silence from the presidency. Hours after the story broke, the office of the president issued only a brief, cautious statement. The president has no knowledge of any criminal activity involving any family member. The law must take its course. The lack of denial or detailed explanation has only fueled public suspicion. Political analysts say the discovery could plunge South Africa into one of its deepest political crises since the Zuma-era scandals. If any of the recovered documents prove to implicate government officials or connect to secret financial networks, the fallout could be catastrophic for both the presidency and the ANC's already fragile image. Residents near the property say police continued searching well into the early hours of the morning. Trucks reportedly removed metal storage boxes, computers, and sealed containers under tight guard. One eyewitness told reporters, "It was intense. They treated the house like a crime scene. No one was allowed in or out. You could see the seriousness in their faces." By midday, the property was cordoned off, and forensic analysts arrived to begin digital extraction of the evidence. A police source confirmed that several international law enforcement agencies have been contacted due to possible links with foreign bank accounts and business interests abroad. For many South Africans, this incident has reopened old wounds, a painful reminder of years of promises about transparency and anti-corruption that never seemed to materialize. "We are tired," said one protester outside the union buildings. "Every time, it's the same story: money stolen, no accountability, and the poor continue to suffer. Enough is enough." The investigation is still unfolding, but insiders suggest that a major announcement could come within days as authorities review the seized material. Legal experts say if any direct connection is proven between the evidence and state operations, the consequences for the Ramaphosa family, and possibly the president himself, could be severe. For now, the country waits in anxious suspense. Parliament has reportedly called for an emergency session to discuss the matter, while several civil organizations plan to march demanding truth, transparency, and justice. As the sun sets over Pretoria, one question echoes across the nation. What else will the police uncover, and how far up does this trail of secrets truly go? The eyes of South Africa, and indeed the world, are now firmly fixed on the Ramaphosa family.